unboxing here now. Yeah, let's undo these boxes. If I can find somewhere just to put my camera. Got what we've got in the boxes, guys, is we're here. Is fucking now. What we've got again is there we go. Another one takes it to 3. This is how you get it, guys. You get it all like this, look, crispy clean. What we got here is all of these, which have been nicely done. Got some spare wicks. You know what they forgot? You know what they forgot? You know what they forgot in this one? I think they forgot the cap that goes on there. Oh no, they haven't, look. My mistake, guys, my mistake. Right. And then, in this other box, what's in the box? Gosh, a butane torch. Wow, yeah, this is a nice one. Got myself a new butane torch there, that. Not filled it up yet. It takes lighter gas, so it's all good. Right, what we've got to do then, first of all, first jobs first. Hello, Lynette, how you doing? Got a few deliveries come. I've just got in, to be honest. It's been to Maidstone. I went all the way to Maidstone to get some paraffin. They didn't have any, so then I had to go all the way to Tunbridge. How's Essex today then? Probably just as shite as Kent. Anyway, I'm going to have some of this, well, where's that energy drink? It's in the other bag. Yeah, got this little blowtorch for me woodwork. Put it up in a minute. And we got another one of these lovely things. And I bought loads of paraffin. I went all the way to Maidstone thinking I'd go in Robert Dyer's in Maidstone. They don't even, he said, oh, we ain't got paraffin for a couple of weeks. So I had to go all the way to Tunbridge. Yeah, it's not too bad here, mate. The weather's, it's not too bad in the sun, but saying that, it's quite cold in the wind. Right. What have we got here then? Got some more wallpaper paste. Got some glue. Got some lamp oil. Well, got this lamp oil here. One I bought. That was £9.99. But what I also bought was a massive one, which was £13.99. I want to start buying it on Amazon because it's a lot cheaper. I need to get that washing out on the line, put another load in. Do the washing up. In fact, what I've got to start doing, which is going to be a right mission, where I'm going to have a new kitchen, I've got to start moving all my cutlery, plates and all that out. It's a nightmare. Saying that, it'd be worth it when it's done. In fact, I'm quite looking forward to getting stuck into the kitchen. But to be honest, Clarion ought to be getting stuck in. But to be honest, next week, things are going to be moving. Things are going to be happening at last. Anyway, what we got here, guys, in the shed here is Bosch. A big old thing of it. I could have put an extra tenner, see, on the electric or the gas and kept warm with the fire. Yet what I paid here will keep me warm for weeks, which is crazy. Nice Galaxy hot chocolate as well. Not that I'm having that yet. Gas I need. A tin of gas, which I've got in the cupboard. It was flammable stuff. Put the housing and see all my flammable stuff. I start having kittens. Good. Fucking. Right. That's on, that's on. Just painting these doors as well tonight. Put door handles on. We've got this massive one. And we've got this one. In fact, I was talking to the Dutchman, Flying Dutchman last night, and he was saying about in Holland, it's like would be like illegal to do what I'm doing, sort of thing here with flammable stuff. To be honest with you, I kind of grew up with paraffin and that. My mum used to have paraffin lamps when I was a kid. And obviously my dad had a paraffin lamp, which I've still got. I might need to... What if I've got enough electric? There should be enough. we go. 53%. No. Yep. Amazon, your packet has been delivered. Yep, I know. Tell you what I'm going to do quickly. Don't know what one this takes, where it just has oh yeah. I've heard these are quite easy to overfill, apparently. Then they turn into a flamethrower. I used to get paint off. I do believe it's got a fuel gauge on it, maybe? Or was it the posh one that had a fuel gauge? I don't know. Oh. Yeah, that's good. Oh. Oh, 9, I didn't come back on, mate. That's why I didn't. I had a couple of technical. Yeah, I said I was coming back, didn't I, at 9? But I didn't come back. Yeah, you could do some damage with that. Good little weapon. Oh, it had maybe it was that posh one I was looking at. I was looking at another one which had a like it told you how much fuel was in it. But oh, probably holds a can of gas. Oh, it's a bit lively, isn't it? That's what you want for a mugger, didn't you? So people jump out on you. Have some of that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow. That's quite mad. I'll have to get used to that. This message is hard for review. You said the F word. I'll let that through. That should come through. So I got some. I don't know why I got it on because I don't get no people right. When swear words come up, I think the Dutchman did it last night. So I'll just let that through. It kind of holds it back. Well, this actually uses less than my last one. It's like a chef's gun, really. Saying that, you can use it for soldering. You can use it for them geezers that do the pipe work. like radiators. Now you're alright, swear away. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, I'm just going to roll a quick joint because I ain't had one since about 10 o'clock. Which was when I went out originally, or something like that. A paint stripper, yeah, that's what I use it for, mate. Sort of burn the paint off. Well, to be honest, you have to sort of wave it over it, and it bubbles up. Then what we'll do, we'll set that new lamp up. Can't believe HMV didn't even have that Madness record. HMV didn't really have a lot, to be honest with you. Yeah, it does take a long time, mate, but to be honest with you, once you've done it, like a door or whatever, you get such a lovely sort of coat of paint on it once you've got it back to the wood. Obviously in here, I've been here since 1971. There was only one person in the house before me, so I'm basically taking 50 years of me and Dad's paint off, and a few years or whatever. There was a coloured guy that lived here before, and he painted everything green when the houses were built. We was the second people ever to move in here. That was in 1971. Prior to 71, they lived opposite this house in the flat there. My mum and dad and 4 kids. Then I was born and we came here. And I'm still here. I basically succeeded my mum and dad's tenancy. So they can't get me out. Yeah, same here, mate. But I'll tell you what, you have a bit of patience and just go over one little door, one banister, like you said. I've done the banisters as well. And I'll tell you what, once you've done one, you go then to paint that and you get, where it's gone right back to the wood, you get such a lovely finish on it. But like you said, it is very time consuming. And you might want to do it out the back. If you're setting this smoke alarm off, or I do anyway. 4:31. Oh, where's my weed? Just got some weed. Yeah, you can do, mate. As long as your tenancy hasn't gone down before, it's allowed to come down one time, and then whoever. Because my mum and dad were on the tenancy, and then when my mum passed away when I was 10 years old, so I lost my mum really young, and then all that happened there was my mum came off the tenancy, so they just left my dad there, so it hadn't gone anywhere. Well, I've never been anywhere anyway, so it just came down to me. But to be honest, they've offered me a lot of money to get out. They offer you about, what is it, about 900 quid a room that you're giving back, plus a lot more. To be honest, they've offered me quite a few grand, but I've turned it down, mate. That's okay, mate. Shit happens, man. Yeah, my mum had breast cancer. But I'm lucky that she was a bit of a rock and roll star, made records, was on telly. So in one way, I'm lucky in that respect, but I wouldn't wish it on any kid, mate, to be honest with you. Well, it's a lot different now. In my day, it was quite a hard thing to go through. Um, yeah, mate, they've offered me about 6 grand in. Brand new bungalow, whatever I want. Pay for the removal. The borough council even said, we'll move you out, Phil, no charge. It ain't about money, is it? And to be honest, I was struggling a lot. I have to pay the bedroom tax. And before I got my diagnosis, I was struggling. But now I've had my diagnosis, like years ago. Now I'm on all the correct money, like my PIP and all that. I've actually got enough to pay my rent. But it is a bit of a... You lost your mum when you was 39. How old was your mum, mate? Yeah, I was, to be honest, Lynn, my mum died 2 days after my 10th birthday. My dad said the hardest thing he's ever had to do was tell the kids. Because basically, she left me dad with 3 boys and 2 girls. 73. Yeah, my dad got to 78. My mum, bless her, she was only 43. And my dad sort of lost his wife at 45. But it was breast cancer, mate. Back then, they couldn't really do a lot for the girls back then, in my mum's day. I think what they did, they said to my dad, it's ironic really that I was my dad's end of life carer. But basically, the hospital said to my dad, you may as well take your wife home, Mr. Homewood. Let her be with the kids. There's nothing more we can do. Um, yeah, I can still remember my dad telling me now that my mum had gone. But it's a different world now. In my day, you had to just be tough and didn't really speak about it. Do you know what I mean? People was harder, weren't they, back then? Obviously now there's counselling and all sorts for the kids, but uh, yeah, it was pretty horrific, to be honest with you. And that was just as I was leaving primary school. I had 1 year left to do at primary school. Yeah, mate, things have progressed. I actually went down, right, when I got diagnosed, I actually went down my primary school down here and I asked them how they dealt with kids now that lost a parent. I said, because in my day, you know what they used to do to me? Because I couldn't concentrate, you had in me ADHD and all that as well. Because I couldn't concentrate, this was straight after my mum died, they used to give me a thick ear. They didn't think, well, he's just lost his mum. Barbaric, man, it was back then. But to be honest with you, I'd give as good as I got. To be honest with you, with the teachers. Um, but yeah, it's all kid gloves, cotton wool gloves and that now. Um, but the amount of kids that must have got pulled out of the class when I was there, just because they probably had a disorder or something. Your son's got ADHD. Yeah, I've got in a lot of... See, I had a year left to go at primary school in when my mum died, and then all the other kids can be quite nasty. Or they could... It was in the 70s, do you know what I mean? The early 80s, so... I used to just give them a clump. He won't take the meds. You ought to try them. Tell him you ought to try them. The meds would help him even more. They changed my life, mate. Oh yeah, kids can be real cruel, but I grew up, I think I've got the picture somewhere, I think there's a video on here. My dad used to run the local boxing club. So I sort of grew up knowing how to have a bit of a fight. So I was always having fights. That's how I dealt with the kids. Don't get me wrong, not all of them was doing that, do you know what I mean? But you get the nasty ones as it was. And I used to give them a slap, but that's how all I knew, do you know what I mean? That's how I knew how to deal with it. People like that. Yeah, that's the thing with ADHD. You'll live a very colourful life, in and out of trouble with the police and that. I expect your son's the same. I've been there myself. In and out of trouble. Nothing stupidly serious, just bits and bobs probably. But yeah, it's a horrific thing really, ADHD, when I think about it. And when I went to young offenders, the amount of kids I must have been in there with that had something going on. And again, saying that, a majority of them in young offenders was all right. There was just the odd couple that was just, I don't know what they were on, but they was on like another channel to me. But I'll never forget that, young offenders. Suffolk, man. I've never really been anywhere in my life. I got in the meat wagon, and everyone's talking like me. And I got out, and everyone's talking like that from Norfolk. Like, oh, wow. I thought, fucking hell, where am I? I thought, where the hell am I? I thought, where the hell's Suffolk? Hollesley Bay. I didn't know where I was. I thought I was going to Feltham or somewhere. Or Pentonville. And then I heard this kid from Chelmsford shout out the door, oi, Phil. And then are you from Kent? And then that's when I thought, there's someone else here that didn't sound like me. Obviously he's Essex, but people probably, if you don't know the accents, you probably think we sound the same. But obviously I can tell an Essex accent. And yeah, that was where all the Essex kids was, in there. Obviously you stick to your own in there. So all the sort of country bumpkins, all the Norfolk lot was all together, and I sort of bonded with the Essex people. I don't think there was any London kids in there. But that was crazy. And there was all escaping, man. I was getting jealous. My mate who I helped escape, I was getting jealous. I was. You only got 2 weeks. You see, if you escaped and got caught, you only got 2 weeks extra. Everyone was doing a runner at Christmas. But I thought that's too far for me to go. Obviously, they're jumping out the window. They just got to get from Suffolk into Essex. But I've got to get right through into Essex and then into Kent. I thought I'll just do me time. But yeah, that was mad. Crazy place. Most violent this place I've ever been in my life, to be honest with you. A lot more violent than prison, the young offenders was. And then again, back in my day, you couldn't cry for your mum or fucking reach for the phone. You know what I mean? You dealt with it, and that's the way I looked at it. When as soon as I got sent down, I was of the mentality that nobody was going to touch me, not the screw, not any other convicts. I thought nobody's touching me. Because as soon as you let them start take advantage, they'd be doing it all the time. Yeah, mate. Last bit of prison I did, Lynn, right, was when I was 26. And then I come out when I was 26, and I looked after my dad for 20 odd years. Because I can still remember the probation woman saying to me at 26, I was in Canterbury prison, or the old one, saying that's quite a good jail, Canterbury Nick. She said there's a new thing coming out, Phil, called carers allowance, and this I was a carer before the carers allowance sort of come about, and she said, "Do you want me to put you down for it? You can look after your dad." I said, "Well, yeah, if you want," and that sort of kept me out of trouble. But saying that, I weren't really in big trouble. I was just silly stuff. Um, I suppose looking after my dad kept me out of there. I used to get years ago, like when they used to nick me, they used to have warrants for me and that. I used to have a little fight with the police. Not a big fight, but that was back in the day. You could have a little scuffle with the police. Do you know what I mean? You'd get nicked now, but in my day, that was part of the course was when they come to nick you, you had a little scuffle with them, and I did. Um, yeah, I always gone with my dad. Do you know what I mean? Now I understand why, because he obviously had the ADHD as well, because that's where it comes from. But yeah, of all my dad's kids, my dad sort of knew me the best. But I think I'm the first one of my dad's kids to sort of challenge him. Do you know what I mean? I was quite rebellious growing up, um, whereas all the other kids, I think, just conformed, whereas I weren't conforming. Um, like Tyson and Bruno at some points, me and my old boy. But then very much alike. What are we on now then, guys? We're on 70%. I'm still rolling this thing. You was 9. Well, what happened to your dad then, mate? Did he just not want to know, or did he pass away, or I presume it's one of them too? Uh, uh. Better off without him then, mate, ain't you? You never bothered going looking for him then? Suppose you side with your mother, didn't you? I guess. Or maybe just looked for you, I don't know. But so many broken homes and relationships, eh? Yeah, I can understand that then. You wouldn't want to talk to him even if he turned up then. Obviously you probably had a stronger bond with your mum because of that. You often find when one's absent, you have a stronger bond with the other one. Like me, when my mum went, I kind of bonded with my dad. Ah, right. He thought throwing a few pound coins or 50p's at you would be all right then, instead of proper taking you out and being a proper dad, I guess. How old would he be now then? So have you got any sort of other brothers and sisters through your dad? Oh. Right, let me fill these lamps up. Tell you what we'll do first. Get one of these old ones going. Oh, you've got two brothers that are older than you. What's that, from your dad's side or your mum and dad? About 70. He could still be floating about then. Possibly. Was he a drinker? A lot of fellas from that generation were drinkers, weren't they? My dad was. Right. Oh, your mum. Oh, right, I got you. Did you get on with your brothers? Right. What I've got to do here is do the other one. Addicted to prescription drugs. I can understand that. While I was waiting to get diagnosed, I was put on them lorazepam things, man. And benzodiazepines, I'll tell you what. I've never been so ill coming off them. Biggest drug dealers of all, mate, them doctors. Right, what I've got to do here, that. So I'm just pulling the wicks out a bit before I put a load of fuel in. I'm with you. So like me, I don't talk to my brothers and sisters. Right, what I've got to do here then is push that up there. So I'm trying to set these up correctly so they don't burn wrong. I've got a few pals that are still pretty close to, but need that screwdriver. Where did I put that? I had that somewhere. I do that. This thing here. How annoying is this? Tell you what. That one ain't coming out in a hurry. Do that in a minute. Where's that other one? Aha! This one's working a bit better. All I'm looking to do is just poke them for a bit. Like that. One, two, three. One more to do. That's it. Yeah, I've got Facebook. I used to go on there a lot, but I don't anymore. I'm mainly on here, to be honest with you. Right, let's get some fuel in it. Right. All we're going to do here, look, is spark this up. Oh. Mad. Right, anyway. Got that. All we're going to do to start with this one is quite a bit in now. Oh, press the wrong button. Put all the wick down in there, like that. Leave that to soak. what I'm also going to do is this new one. Get there in the end. There you go, look. That might have a bit of a smoke when I first start that. Right, there's two of them set up, kind of. 79%. Anyway, I'll be back on here in a little while. I'm just going to charge my phone up. I'll see you all in a little while, guys.